Vuminji, 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 Vuminji. Hi again everyone, welcome to another Oy'Nissh vlog. Today I am shooting from Penicuik. This is my second visit in this area. It's the Penicuik to the Dalkeith walk. Yes, so Penicuik to Dalkeith walk straight ahead, and I'm here to forage for wild garlic or vuminji, wild leek or plemunji, ground elder or sayes, but also nettle or armut in Oy'Nissh language. Now, the first time I came here I was able to see some potential for foraging, so I am back to do some just now. But also for those who watch my foraging vlogs, I go around to different areas to good morning, to do foraging, and some of the video I show some of the products that I made. One of it is the Mativna menu, that is a soup and sandwich that incorporates all four of the seasonal vegetables, spring vegetables. So I'm hoping that throughout the rest of spring I'll be able to come up with new recipes, new menus, Oy'Nissh menus that is, apart from the Mativna, yeah? So I'm going to take you on a tour all the way down to Roslyn. Hopefully the weather holds up, it's quite great, but I expect that it will drizzle at some point, but nonetheless that won't deter me from continuing the foraging vlog. So journey along with me, and also while you watch these videos, share with your friends and families. You know, there are potential for foraging for stuff that you can use for your cooking, you know. And I'm sure I'm vlogging from Penicuik now, so all the people in the surrounding areas in Penicuik, I'm sure you could probably use this video as an example for you to forage in this area too and get products for making food. So journey along with me as I take you through this nice area. So I'm trying to find a name for this bridge. I don't know. Let me see. So so this is, no, that's bike information. Okay, let me see. Here's a sign. So yes, so we've got the Boundary S Bank Dalkeith, which is about 8 miles away, going that way. No, when I came here first, just as I'm about to start the trail, my mind was turned to available foraging products already. Just at the very beginning of this journey, right along the path, you can now see garlic. Wild garlic. Obviously these ones are just by the path and not suitable for foraging, but I'm just showing you how easy it is to access forageable stuff in this region. So we know, so just know there are signs that they are foraging products. Wild garlic and wild leek is just up this way. No, this isn't the part that I'll be going down. I'll be going down the Penicuik to Dalkeith walkway or cycleway or pathway, but I'm just detouring a little bit to show you how much potential this area has got in terms of foraging. And right here you can see the carpet, the wild leek or plemunji carpet, all green. Look at it, all green stuff. Now in some areas I want to believe that these have more to go, but I think the wild leek are coming into maturity now, and these ones are still small, so I don't know, maybe these are late wild leek, or maybe that's it for them. But in some areas they really grow a lot lusher than this, and taller too. So nonetheless, oh yes, let me give you an example of what would be ideal as size for wild leek. But also they would be flowering at this time or start flowering. Here's a long leek. Strong. So you want it at least that height minimum, and you know you're onto something. But the good thing is, just at the start of this foraging trail in Penicuik, I've already identified 2 products: wild garlic or vuminji, or they call it ramson too in the UK, but also wild leek or plemunji. So I'm going to take you to, hello, hi, to another area where we've got wild garlic. So here we've got a hillside and it's covered with it. Just at the start of the trail by the bridge. I don't know the name of that bridge, sorry peeps. Well, the bridge that the river runs under. I'm sure there's a name, there must be. I just don't, I couldn't see a sign. Nonetheless, as you can see, we've got, as predicted, possibilities. These ones are still quite young. Wild garlic or vuminji, look, or ramson. I also call it water garlic because it's always in woodlands and near river. You hear the river in the background? Yeah. I think that's the, what's the name of that river again? It's the North Esk River. The North Esk River. Maybe the people in Penicuik, when you're watching this vlog, you can leave a comment below if I'm correct. The North Esk River, or it's in another way. The Esk River North. It's the North Esk River, I think so, yeah. So we can start to see that there's a wild garlic bed, and the good thing is it's still early days for these ones along this side, because what happened is there's a variation of wild garlic. So this one is still quite small, but at least, you know, probably end of April it might be available and start to flower, because they grow quite quickly. But these ones, look how tiny they are. Yes, they haven't reached much yet. When they're at this height, you know that you'll be getting some by end of May, June, which is good, because by end of May, when they start flowering, many of them will start to die off. But the younger ones now, like these ones, will start to come through, you see. And it means that the season extends into June, possible, because of this way nature affords it to operate, so that they don't all come into to see, well, they are not all mature at the same time. So you have times when you can forage throughout the spring period, and you might be lucky to get some in June. Most likely by then they'll start to die off, but these small ones will take you up to June, hopefully, at least the beginning of June, and that's a good sign. Yes, here we've got a larger one. So this is Penicuik where I'm at, yes, and I've already identified some wild garlic. So let me go along this trail and see where it takes me. As you can see, the ramson carpet or wild garlic. I also call it vuminji, which is the Oy'Nissh translation. All that green bit down there is the wild garlic. Now this is ideal an environment to forage. The reason is it's off the off the beaten path, wherein chances are you won't get a lot of animal activities. What I mean by this is, because of people walking the dogs, if it's just by the path, it's not the ideal place to forage for stuff. Now if it's on an inland area like this, like down there, like in the valley, that it's a good place, because it means now even if people pass through, there won't be many. They'll probably stay on the track like this, which is quite murky at the moment. My goodness. Ooh. But as you can see, right along the path and going down into the valley, it's just right down into that plain, all green. All the greenery you're looking at is wild leek, yes, or wominji. It's amazing, isn't it? And this is Penicuik. And I'm not saying this is the only part in Penicuik where you can find wild garlic. There are many other places with which you can find it, and this is just one. Look, these ones are a lot larger, and maybe it's hard for you to see it from here. I don't know how to zoom in from here, but just in that area, those ones are large. So I give it another week or two and they're ready to be harvested. Yeah, and telltale signs, as I mentioned in previous vlogs, that you're looking for flowering activities. When you see the near flowering, etc., you know that it's time. But they're still young. Medium-sized ones are not long to go, and then the younger ones are for the end of the season. I'm just taking my time and going up this trail a little bit to see what other opportunities are available for foraging. Let me see. Foraging is a murky business during spring because of the rain, and the paths tend to be quite muddy. So I need good shoes, and I never seem to for good shoes. I need a foraging shoes, one of these good sturdy water resistant shoes. Yeah. Now, as you can see, maybe I should go down that bit. What do you think? I should, just to have a look, closer look. But it's just so lush with wild garlic. Let me see. I need somewhere I can go down so I don't slide down the place. That's a bit treacherous. So I'll have to look for the gentle slope, so I don't tumble over like a dumpling rolling down the hill. I'm supposed to cook the dumpling. I'm not supposed to be the dumpling. Okay. All right. So you wonder why sometimes in woodlands things tend to really flourish, mushroom, etc. Look at all this foliage, yes? We're talking about from last autumn. Look at how, let me see if I can pick it a bit. All this, look at it, look all messy to people now. But it's rich in nutrients. Look at all the small organisms. They are doing their work, helping with help to speed up the decay process. But in doing so, they create rich nutrients that now goes into the soil. And look, the roots of these trees are just here, just sopping up all that nice nutrients and doing their best. Now, when you've got an environment like this, during autumn when all the leaves shed, yes, and it's just there, and the garlic bud that remains in the earth after the previous spring, get all the nutrients just there latent, waiting for when winter start to loses its grip. Then all this what seemed to be brown mess becomes essential for the rebirth of the next generation of wild garlic, which is the 2023 generation. Yes. And now right up to the very back there, let me see if I can point, right beyond there, the greenery, it's all wild garlic. And it's because of this, all that rich nutrients. But to add to that, it's the constant rain in Scotland. It's always raining. Well, not always, but plenty of rain in the UK in general. I think UK is known for much rainfall. It's a temperate climate, I think, and thus it's unlike Jamaica, which have a tropical one. It's quite sunny. Different things grow better in Jamaica than it would in a temperate climate. But things like wild garlic, I think probably wild garlic, I call it water garlic sometimes. Your water garlic would do well in Jamaica, I believe. I don't know, but it's an option that if Jamaicans would eat it, you know. I don't know if they could handle the garlic, too much garlic. I don't think Jamaicans love, probably in jerk. Yeah, Jamaicans love garlic in jerk, but growing up as a child, no garlic, no, oh no. But here there's a context, so I get to love the garlicky taste because there's a context. I'm out looking at it, it's there in nature. You don't, growing up, I'm not near a garlic farm. There's no association with garlic there, unlike avocado, which is in my backyard, or there's a pear tree or something else, mango tree, that I can just pick the mango. With garlic, it's hidden away and grown, and when you can't see the process of how things come into play, sometimes there's no association or no inclination to try new stuff. Yeah, but with wild garlic, it's just there. Yes, look, it's just right there, you know. And thus the idea to forage and get some. And you know what's nice too? Got these ones, I don't know, see they some piercing through the soil. Look, these ones are yet to go anywhere. Yeah, it's all this water garlic, just so amazing. It's just everywhere. Now I need to get down without rolling off this thing. I know you might be saying, just walk down. No, it's not like that. It's quite slippery, you know. As I said, okay, that wasn't me. Oh, there you go. That's what I was thinking of. Is what I was saying. I was already sliding away. I knew it. That's how tricky it is. I'm telling you, you just have to be very careful. Oh, see? Oh. See? So you can tell why I do what I do, because I know to you, you might be looking and say, just walk down. No, I've been here before. Maybe not here, but this idea of foraging and the terrain, it's not just going down a hill like that with wet or moist foliage, because you'll be rolling down the hill like a dumpling. I should be cooking dumpling, not becoming the dumpling, you know. So here we go. So now this is a good example of some that are nearing foraging time. And this one, if anything, is ideal for foraging. It's not flowering as yet, but just look at the size and look at the bunch itself. So it's a good wee cluster. And look at this one. It still can get a bit taller, but just look all around. Why I call it water garlic, just look how moist it is. And I told you that somehow wherever you got woodland and a river, they tend to do well. Look how moist it is. They're just taking in all that water. It's very I would say waterphilic, you know. It loves water. Plants like this loves water, like wild leek. Yep, they do well. Well, all plants love water, but I mean these ones just, they drink it like I do. So let's have a look. I know sometimes I go foraging and I just go cutting straight away, but I'm just doing this commentary because I want to, even though you're not smelling the garlic, I want you to feel as if you're part of the journey, you know, to see what the Scottish countryside is like during spring. Oh, that's not me. Those are workmen doing stuff. They're doing some electrical work, I think. Yes. This area is just so moist. Just listen to my shoes. It's just I think there's a little water bit here. A little. Well, I couldn't say there's no stream there. Definitely, this area is soaking. Oh my goodness. Just look at this view. Look, just look. Let me step here, look. Look at the water. Yeah? All that water, yeah? And all this bit is like that. And that's why I call it water garlic. So it's a woodland. There is the river. And loads of wild garlic. For some reason, a combination of these two makes it an ideal environment for garlic. Wild garlic, that is. It's amazing, I'm telling you. It's just so moist. But let me see if I can take you up this bit. A little bit more. It's just water. It's just look at this. Look. It's just water. You see that? You see? And look how lush these are. They're still quite young, but look at the bunch. It's just so thick. There's just so much in one bunch, you know? Like here. Wow. There are just so many different bulbs. So the cluster here, this one bunch, is just so much because of it. It's like I'm standing on a waterbed, literally. Gee. I feel as if it's soaking through my shoes. No. It's just so moist. I better get up before I start to sink. Or go for a mud swim or something like that. Because I feel as if this area isn't that stable. It looks as if it's a firm foundation, but it's very moist. Oh, look at that. Whoa. I told you. This is water haven. They hear my shoes it's not crunching, it's just stepping into something soggy. So that area, you see, it's funny. That area just looks like you've got the water passing through, but on the hillside it just looked like a ground. Yes, rainfall and it soaks fine, but it feels like there was a river there, or a stream, or a dean, or something, or a glen. It's just so soft, and I felt I was going under like quicksand. Can you imagine? Oy'Nissh taken away from this world by a quicksand while looking for wild garlic. The wild garlic overcame the chef. No, we can't have that. Okay, so we continue our journey. So I think I'm just wondering if I should do some foraging now. Okay, so as always, it's good to get yourself a scissors to cut. I've got my bag. I've got containers, but I plan to put it in a bag this time. Not to fully bag, because I'll be going down the road to get something else. But I've got my bag here. I've got another bag, so I could just hold it in my hand, because I don't like going in and out of my bag. So I've got my bag here. So let me, as I mentioned before in the past, I tend to like to take some off a bunch, not all of it, so it looks as if nothing is missing. I just think it's, well, people vary. That's just my etiquette in terms of foraging. So it's as if nothing had been foraged. So it's still there. Some have been taken off. Then I'll do the same with another two, and it means that things pretty much look the same to the naked eye, although I've removed some of it. Yeah, so all I need to do is to just get a little bit more from off one of these. Yeah, and you just shake the stuff off. Obviously, as you can see, the dirt particles, that's why I soak it a bit in the water, because what happens is, it means that the particles sink into the bottom of the container, and then you can give it a thorough wash also afterwards. Let's go somewhere else. Yeah, so yep. So I'm keeping the GoPro down. Hello, as most of you know, when I'm vlogging, when I do started harvesting this stuff, I tend to tilt this down so you can actually see the cutting process and everything that's going on. So let me see if I can go somewhere else. So sorry, you'll only be getting floor view at the moment. Oh, hello. Yes, so let's look for some large ones now. Sorry, let me see if I can put it up a bit so you can journey along with me to the next bit. So okay, so here are some just here. So let's see if I can get a little bit. Oh, here's a nice one. Okay, so I've got this one here. All I need is a little bit from this. So as I said, this is just my preference. Everybody have their different way of foraging. I call this my foraging etiquette. So, you know, wherein I know it's ironic looking at all this and said, why not just take the entire bunch? There's enough. But I'm thinking of, if everybody start coming to forage, you know, it can go quite quickly. So it's good to leave enough for everybody else. So take a little here, there, and they're sufficient. These ones are still quite young. So I'll get a little bit more, but I'll go further down where you've got some of the larger ones. Let me go get my bag. Yeah. Yes. It's the world of foraging, people. Let me get it back. Welcome to the Jamaican forager experience. I don't know, I love foraging. I've been doing that foraging since I was a child. Foraging for mangoes, etc. It's just natural for me. Except there are no mangoes in Scotland. So I resort to veg. Okay, let's go down and get a little bit more, and then I'll be off to areas where I probably can get wild leek. Okay. I like the, you know, for those who journey with me, I like the head pro because my belief is that you are walking in my footsteps. That's why I like the head pro. Sometimes the hand pro is handy because you can move it around quite easily, but not so with the head pro. It's sort of fixed. You can only put it up and down, but with the handheld, you can move it around and be flexible. But sometimes it doesn't give you this perspective where you're walking in my footsteps, and that's why I like putting it on my head sometimes, so I can do the walk without actually doing the walk, which is a bit cheating. You need to go forage for yourself. Don't let me use the scissors, peeps. Forage. Okay, so here's a nice lush area, and these still can grow a lot more, but I'm sure I can get a little from one and two of them, and that should complete the foraging bit for now, at least for this area. So I'm just looking for a thick enough bit. Come up here on the hillside. So let me take a little here. Yeah. Okay, that's enough for me. I'm okay with all this. Yeah. So this, then I put this here for later on when I need it again. Put the scissors here too. Okay. Give me a second, let me return back to the handheld. Okay, so far let's see what we've got. As you can tell, I haven't even taken a lot. That's it. That would be equivalent to one bunch. So that's the foraging that I've done so far. Because there are other areas and I just wanted to show you different bits. I'm not doing all the foraging now. And I'm not full in the bag because I don't need all that wild garlic. But as you can see, wominges everywhere, or ramson, or as I said, I use the term water garlic because it's just in a woodland with loads of water. The place is soaking at the moment. It just does well in this type of environment. Although water garlic sometimes is used, well, the original usage is garlic in water. But because this plant loves water, I also call it water garlic. So bear with me, people. So many of the British people obviously forage for wild garlic here in Scotland, maybe in Penicuik too. Let me know, is there anyone in Penicuik who forage for wild garlic? watching this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know your method of harvesting the wild garlic. Do you use the scissors? What do you do? Or what's your procedure? You know, I believe that there are always ways of improving foraging techniques and stuff. For me, as I said, I don't tend to cut all the plant in one area. I tried my best to make sure I at least take a third or a half, so some is left, you know, and so forth. But you know, people might vary in what they do. But as you've seen, this area, this one spot alone in Penicuik, nearing the North Esk River. I'm sure that's the name, correct name, the North Esk River. I don't know if it's the same one that runs to Musselburgh, which now is called the River Esk. I want to believe it's something else. But as you can see, this one part alone in Penicuik, along the Penicuik to Dalkeith way, our pathway is lush with wild garlic. There's some wild leek up that side too, but I'm going to take you to another area where there are some wild leek, and if possible, see if I can find ground elder, and I'm sure there'll be nettle somewhere getting ready to scratch someone. Yeah, nettle tend to do that, you know, but then you overcome and you eat it. Yeah, so I'll see you in the next stage of the vlog when I sourced wild leek.